All right, so we're gonna set up our what's it called environment for Python development. So let's get started. Okay, so we go to python.org right here, and we're gonna download it, and we're gonna get Python 3.112. So just click on that button, let it run, save it to your downloads. Go ahead and run this as well. And you're gonna install now. And you can add a Python exit to path install. Yeah, okay. It's going to take a little bit of time. We're just going to do this slowly. All right. We're going to do the process as if like you're doing it in real time. So if you want to skip ahead a little bit here or there, like it's all good. Okay, while that's doing that, we're going to go to code.visualstudio.com, and then we're going to download Visual Studio Code, stable build. We're going to get the Windows user installer, click it. Okay. Download it to your downloads. Okay. That's still going. You gotta install Python before you install Visual Studio Code. It'll just make it easier. Let's see, while that's still going, let's see, what's a good school or resource, W3, Python, so you can ask yourself questions and then be like, okay, hey, how do I get an input from a user? What's this? What's that? Really simple things like how to say hello world. All right, let's see, we're almost there. Okay, and setup was successful. Cool. Okay, disable pathlang, changes your machine. Yeah, go ahead for it. Yes. Okay, close it. Now type cmd, get your command prompt, and then put Python. No, sorry, yeah, Python, then line version, and then that is your current version of Python 3.87. It should be 3.13, but or 1.2. That's weird. All right, well, so long as we have a version in there, we're all good. Let's see. Then we're gonna go and we're gonna run our vscode executable. Here. Press accept the agreement. Yes. Yes. Next. Then Visual Studio Code. Yes. Create a desktop icon. Go for it. Register code as editor. Yeah. Add path. Of course. That's fine. Then install. So they can take a little bit of time as well. Okay. Then launch Visual Studio. Okay. Okay, the simple IDE. Open it all the way. Let's create open folder. Let's see, file, open folder, right, good documents. Then we're going to put something simple like Python learning, right, save. All right, then select folder. That's where you'll be creating your files and stuff. This takes a little bit. Okay, let's create a Python file and create a little program real fast. New file. New file. All right, there it is. Python file right here. It'll load eventually. There it is. Let's save it. And we're going to be like, okay, what are we going to name it? We're going to be hello world. Okay. And we're going to type in here print. That's how you print things out. Little commas, hello world. Okay. And then you're going to do another print, and I recommend using F strings like this. Print hello world. Actually, not just hello world. Why do I recommend using F strings? Oh, because you can do something like this. Be like name, your variable equals a string, and it can be like your name, so Korg. And then over here, instead of like doing the comma and then name, you can put it in the message itself. So hello world, comma, those brackets, and then name. And then when you control save, then when you run it, press over here, press over here to run. Hello world, and then hello world Korg. Okay, you're good. You installed everything. Let's see what you really want though. Let's say you have a little project that you want to do and you want to break it up into pieces. So you're not like, hey, let me run the program behind. I do a little change. I would recommend installing Jupyter Notebooks. And that's what we're going to do. And that way you can see how it works. Okay, so go to File, New File. I'm going to put Jupyter Notebook right here. Right? You do Control Save. You do prototyping Python. Okay, and then we're gonna do right here is where you write your commands. Here is either a code or a markdown. So if you press mark right here, it'll create a little cell, and that's where you can put like simple messages for you, like take little notes like, how do I do something? If you want to do like a bullet point, you put like that, and then first type, right? And then control enter, and it'll create. It's a markup language. You don't really need to know too much about it. Just think of it as notes. But let's say you want to create some notes within where your code goes. So you put a pound, and then my notes go here. All right. Let's see. Here's where we're going to put our first Python message. So we're going to print, parentheses, hello world. I'm going to really do Control Enter or just the play button right here. But nothing's going to really run because you need a kernel. So we're going to go Python environments, and we're going to go with, oh, here, look, we have 3 different kernels. We're going to go with the latest one, this one that we just installed with our Python 3.12. Then once it's working here, it's going to be like, hey, running cells, install, right? Install it. Just going to take a little bit of time. And inside here, you can use like PyCharm, pandas, NumPy, a bunch of stuff. Like it just gets added as like a library, and you'll learn about that later. But just to start, okay, still going. This might take a few minutes. All right, let's make another cell for coding. Oh, okay. So once it's done, it'll run. Okay, so we've installed the kernel, right? Let's create another file for Jupyter Notebooks. So like anytime you start a new one, you can be like, oh, I want to do something, right? You're gonna go up here where it says select kernel and select your kernel before you try to print something out. I mean, run any code. So let's see. Let's create a variable name equals parentheses John, and then let's see, balance. What's your balance? How broke are you, or how not broke are you? 22, and we're going to print something out. Okay, naturally, we're not going to print here, right? We're going to create our variables, put it separately, Control Enter, or click here, and we'll create those variables. So like if we want to see them, we can just be like name, enter, put them there. Same thing, it'll be like, hey, what's their balance? And this way, you're not like, hey, let's create that program and then run it over and over and over again for like every little thing. We can create our variables, then like, hey, is this variable saving correctly? Stuff like that. And it's really, really quick for prototyping, or for like when you're working little different sections of your code and then adding things to it. It'll make your life so much better. Okay, so let's see, print f string recommended. My name is brackets name. I am this broke brackets balance. All right, then period, and then we're gonna press run that. Okay, and then it gives you that. Let's see, a little quick thing. Let's say you want to create a function, which is just like it's like a program, but it's a smaller program within a program. You'll learn about it. Okay, let's see, def calculate, and then we're going to put some variables here, or inputs. So we're going to put name and balance, and we're going to do little dots. Then let's see, we're going to ask the user, hey, print what is your name? We're going to do an input name equals input dot input like this, and then we're going to put print how broke are you? Okay. And then we're going to do another input, and I'm going to put balance, maybe input. Oh, so one thing is, if you ask the user for an input, it'll take that input as a string, so you might have to convert the balance to what's it called, to an int to convert it into an actual number you can use. Otherwise, you'll get some errors. We're not going to show you that, but then after you got all that, you're going to return. You don't have to put return. Like sometimes you can just leave it as is, and you can just give the user like a bunch of statements or like a bunch of code that does certain actions. But most of the time, you use it with a return to like, hey, give me this information, or I'm going to take this other input, and then I'm going to spit out like a number, and then return print f. Then we're going to just copy this over here. Like, yeah, pretty much this. Yeah, copy that. Then once you're done here, just put Control Enter. It'll run it for you, and if there's any issues with your function, it'll tell you. Then let's call our function. This is how you call a function. So you put its name, calculate, and then name balance. Actually, we will give it no arguments. That's what these things are actually, like that. Okay, and then we're going to call it, put enter here so that it'll actually do the right things, because if you don't put enter, it'll actually expect you to put some arguments here, but now it doesn't require you to put any arguments, so you can just run this, right? Then Control Enter. What is your name? So over here it's going to be Carl, then Enter. Then how broke are you? And you're going to put like 12 bucks. I got 12 bucks in my account. Then press Enter. And then there, look, it returned, hey, my name is Carl and I am this broke, 12 bucks. All right, that's about it. That's how you that's how you set up your environment, and that's how you set up Jupyter Notebooks, and then how to run a program, a Python program, and then how to install Jupyter Notebooks. Sorry, I'm repeating myself. And then how to like break up a problem or different bytes of code and run them. That way you can prototype pretty fast. All right, so next time, just let me know. Sorry it's real time, and sorry if it's a little confusing. If you have any questions, just like go in the comments. All right, bye.